So I went ahead and I finished the cut with the cross cut. I mean the rip saw. Let me just show you the rip saw. A girl around the area here sold me 2 saws like that, 2 rip saws, and this was the coarse teeth. I think it's 7 teeth per inch, and they're both distant rip saws. And so I decided to finish the cut with this saw. I sharpened it, and it cuts really well. So as you can see, the cut is really nice. You know, look at that, straight, no belly, nothing. I cut on one side, and then I cut on the other side, and that you can see how the angle went there. That was the first cut, and then I started plunging in deeper. Then I gave up because it wasn't cutting fast, and then just now I just did, you can see this part right here from this side, and it went pretty good. Not just fast as I would like it. I also think the reason why I didn't cut so fast was because the wood is green and very damp and wet, so it kind of clogs the teeth a bit. But you know, I'm just experimenting here because I'll be damned if I use my land for a farm, because winter's too hard out here, man. It's better I raise animals in the summertime and kill them before the wintertime comes, because I just can't justify the amount of energy it would need just to keep them warm in the wintertime, and fed, and cleaning the snow, and moving them around from the shit, and cleaning their pens, keeping them fed, what else, you know? So I don't think I'm going to go that route. At the most I might keep small pheasants, but we'll see. So wood is going to be hopefully my livelihood. I'm going to try to utilize it as best I can. So I finished cutting that off, and the next thing is that the other day I bought an hatchet. Well, I think a few months ago, I bought this hatchet. I always wanted a hatchet I bought it from Home Hardware, but it's not hardened steel, so when I use it, it actually dings up the edge there, and that's, well, it's not hardened steel. But I think, you know, imagine if I started off like this. Either if I had a slick, which I don't, I could come with the hatchet now, and I can continue down the log, you know, like that. Cut a bit, like so, and then come here, like that, and just easily remove the waste wood like that, and continue down the log. They do make specialty hatchets. This one is just a double bevel camp axe. Okay. And what that means is that the bevel is on both sides of the axe. It comes to a point. They have hatchets, whereas, let me do this, try to do this without dropping in and cutting off my toe. They have it where, they have hatchets where, say, a right-hand bevel, that means that this side is the bevel, but this side will be completely flat and straight. So it'll be more like this. And that's designed to be used this way, because to get the same effect with this hatchet, I would have to bend it like this. And you can see the direction of the cut is always dependent on how I hold my hand. But with that hatchet now, I could just rest the face like that, and it'll be like a chisel going this way. And the edge will always be at the same plane as the flat here. However, really and truly, I would prefer to rip this plank off with a saw. I think it's much more quicker and more practical. Because then, because I mean, look at that. It's finished. I don't need to do much to that, depending on what the the application is. You know, like on my bike, I'm not going to do much to that. You know, so nobody's going to see that. But, and I'll have a plank here. I can do stuff with it, you know, instead of having a whole bunch of wood chips. I'd rather have a plank like that, you know, like this would have its little niche, you know. Maybe I would just like to do this little area here. So then, you know, it doesn't matter if I chip it with an axe, you know, and then leave all this here around and do the end there, you know. But yeah, so this is just going to be exploration for me and getting comfortable with methods of doing certain jobs and seeing what they're good for and what they're not good for. And this summer, I think I'm going to go to Lamec and check out the antique store there and see if I can get myself another saw like that. Most likely it'll be crosscut because it's rare to find a saw that length and that size. That's a rip saw. Most likely with this tooth design, this is called a Tuttle tooth. And what I'll do is I'll either cut the teeth off with a grinder or just reshape them so that they look more like this. You see that? They look like chisels. Damn the camera. But you can see they look like chisels. They don't look like... Yeah, there we go. You know, see how the edge points towards the grain? And you see how this one is more like a knife? It's not flat. This is better for cutting across the grain. The rakers are in the right direction for ripping. And that's what I'm gonna do. Convert it to a rip saw. And if they have an adze, I think I'll do 2 adze, a straight adze and a gouge adze. And one of these right bevel axe. I think I'll be set. I won't need too many other tools. Maybe a slick or a really large chisel. I could probably make a slick from that right there. That hunk of iron there. Just flatten it out. But yeah. So yeah, man. I'm gonna get that going. Hopefully I can get the disc brakes on my bike soon enough. I really want to get it, but I'm fucking tired, man. I'm fucking tired. That's the base of the tree right there that I cut yesterday. I was gonna cut it with the axe, but then I said, forget it. I ran my crosscut saw right along the stump, as close to the ground as I could. That's 12 inches. It went by pretty fast. I was surprised. So, you know, I got lucky there. I'll have to split that, but it won't fit in my stove. So, yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I'm pretty excited because now with this, knowing that I can do things like that, that means that like in here is going to be my firewood. But you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build here like a workshop. You know, I'm going to put another table there. I'm going to clean over there. I'm going to make some more shelves for storage. I'm going to try to utilize this room and start building myself up this year. And hopefully I get ahead. And then once I do that, I'll start building a chicken coop. Yeah, chicken coop. I have to retrofit my trailer. It's buried under the snow, but I want to put disc brakes in the back of it and stronger wheels. Yeah. Anyway, man, Yaku, hope everything's alright in Japan for you, man, because out here it's still fucking cold. See you later.